This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. The Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So Michigan's will be in a hole thanks to that short return. Stakes are always high in the game. Careers are made and lost because of it, and they'll have to manage their emotions, guys.
Some games in college football just mean more. When you think about Ohio State and Michigan, you think about not just Big Ten implications, national title implications, Heisman Trophy implications. Late in the year, David, this is just must-watch TV.
Must-watch TV. Two of the winningest programs in college football history. This game, I tell you what, recent years has really brought back the tradition and been so much more competitive now that Michigan's also getting some wins.
Back to throw, it's Kingsbury. Gets it out fast. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful a reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it. Recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Pulls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So Ohio State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball. Last time these two met, Ohio State didn't just fight that team across the field. They pretty much knocked them out, stomping Michigan.
Yeah, it was a heavyweight knockout, too. They were throwing haymakers right from the opening bell. We know that Ohio State recruits at such a high caliber, and they're consistently pumping guys into the NFL. First-round talent as well. Last year's game, all of their best players, they showed up.
And Michigan had no answer, and now does Michigan have an answer this year? Because it's another talented Buckeye team. Every year you're going to play the Buckeyes, they're going to be talented. Michigan has to make the game physical. Michigan has to play their brand of football if they want to change the outcome.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll give it to the back. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Headed to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to go up top. He's going to run it. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Leaves it with the running back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. This defense needing this energy from the crowd in a goal-to-go situation. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And they're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on 2nd down from the 13. Feeling some heat. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Gonna run it. It's Addison. Quick cut there. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Might as well give it to him again. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
It's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. And if you get to stick around, here recently, a lot of success, too.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Offense gets set for second down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
It's so easy to let your eyes lie to you, to see the ball kind of go the other way. What's my assignment? My assignment is to make sure I contain on the backside. Great job by the defense, not getting fooled, playing their assignment, and making the play.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Kingsbury. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, a great history.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spots. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. I mean, you've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. And I go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think,
can anyone catch him? And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hold, Jesse.
yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like they're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Kingsbury. working that left side. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Looking to go up top on first down. It's caught. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half, we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass, it's Kingsbury. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On second down, he'll let it fly. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. They'll try the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Just needs a crack to get a return. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, whether it's in the shoe or the big house, when you have these 2 programs with all that's at stake today, you know emotions run high in a game known simply as the game. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field.
With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And now on second down for this offense. Goes to the option. Now the toss. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defense.
Unleashes one deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot. They're not able to come away with the completion.
And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Finds his big tight end. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Second down coming up with this red zone opportunity. It's complete to the right. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Near the 2-yard line. First and goal, Ohio State.
New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They took it 71 yards down the field and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Addison. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get the third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Looking downfield, it's Kingsbury. Quick completion on the out route. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big gain. Got to get that first down. Nice job. Great nose for the first down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight up front. They're just getting beat across the board.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Movement here from the tight end. The give to the single back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He's loose at the 15. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to the back. And the defense was just daring them to throw over the top, and the offense didn't. They got stuck.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. Pulls it in on the right. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the punishment has been extended. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, you know, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle. It's Addison. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. This offense has a second down play. To the air, it's Kingsbury. They're trying to get to it. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Line gets set. First down.
3:25.
He's looking to pass. Getting some heat. Strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Come on now. O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one to get you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll just down it right there.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
Fires left. He's got it. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a...
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Tackled immediately after the catch. The old saying is, you'll never go broke taking a profit. No matter how small, just keep building up the bank account.
Yep, and when the defense wants to drop back and not give up those big plays, a lot of times they're going to force you to be patient. And when you show them you can do that, it'll pay dividends in the long run.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the...
And it's picked off for the third time today. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. On the option. He'll toss it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go to their 6th straight win. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Fires to the tight end. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. He's got it down the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays, but this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
Finds his man. It's Addison. Oh, it's out. How in the world did the offense retain possession? And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking for a man, it's Kingsbury. He's going to throw deep right side. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown, Michigan! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The give and tick, 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 tick. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I will continue to feed this workhorse.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game has been a problem.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
Makes the grab over the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Trying to get to him. That's caught. It's Addison. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Kingsbury. Quickly complete. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. It can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
And the Wolverines will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They're bringing heat. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. First down here for the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he breaks into the open. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
At the 36-yard line. And that's a first down for the offense.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent